as brother and sister, and that gives the guy, his name is Edge though, named after the father of Beowulf. So that allows him to not really be all too impaired whenever he gets blinded later by a Jarl. What the fuck? Ryan, what is that tweet? Um, and then he does the Fire Witch thing and also uses like super heavy armor and very large sword and shield, like a great sword and a great shield. And he eventually becomes the first king to unite the human people, and he has some. He's very progressive, but a couple of kings after him, the humans start getting really terrible. But anyway, so my meditation method is going through his backstory in my mind, because someday I want to make a visual novel of for each of the main characters of the story of the game that aren't the player character. So I just think about it in my head, run it through, and like try to choreograph some fights and get dialogue. Be like, all right, change this little piece of dialogue here to make it sound more believable. What are all these people gonna just like make the visual novel in my head? And I do that for about an hour and a half or so, and it exhausts my brain enough to make it shut off a quarter of the time. Which is very good. But what was so the whole point of that was I was gonna do that around 4, but then I was like, nah. I real a new record saga. Oh yeah, dude. I was like, I made my schedule what it is for a reason, and I've been trying my very best to stick to it, but I need to like. Well, I've been without like sleeping pills. That would be a huge help to make myself go sleep at a time. But I was like, I've been stop doing this. I've been meditating like that, and that's not really worked. So I need to like when I fall out of rhythm, and I can't reliably make myself go to sleep. I need to just stay up until the next time, so that hopefully my body or will get the idea that, hey, this is the time that I want you to go to sleep. And it's probably not going to happen because I have stream insomnia, but it could. So I'm gonna keep trying to do this. Another new personal record. Beauty. You love to see it. Yeah, I'm so glad that I got this to work this well. Freaking shells, dude. So last time I did this, Monday night, Tuesday morning, I had I had this on the lowest of absolute lows of the visual quality for both in general and the water. And I had the stream bitrate low and everything, and it was still just chunking. Flipper sleigh. This is the hard work and drag your kayak along. Dope. That's what I was trying to get. So yeah, and it was still my encoder overloaded. So what I did was I changed the encoder to work with software instead of hardware, which I think usually isn't a very good idea, but it seems to work well for my laptop. I've changed it to do that both in stream and in recordings now because it uses less of the CPU. So it made for a higher frame rate in videos where that was an issue sometimes. Um, but even that didn't work. None of that stuff together worked for this. It wasn't with the encoder change. It wasn't overloading the encoder anymore, but it was still whenever I did the bandwidth test, it was still at like 10 FPS and way over the kilobits per second, and it was chunking hard both in the game and in OBS. So what I did was I turned vertical sync on, which I guess probably is a good idea for streaming. It's a terrible idea for playing games that usually, in my experience, it either either my computer runs the game well enough and is optimized well enough that turning VSync on doesn't change it at all, or it just makes it run worse. But that is what saved this, was just turning VSync on. Hmm. So like, hmm. Well, now I've got like nothing to talk about. Uh, I've been working on new artwork lately. I've been showing it around to my friends. My two best friends, Zach, the one that I mentioned earlier, with the bag, and the one that was here chatting earlier. And I've shown around to two of my favorite people from Apollo Dumb Dogs community in Discord. It's gonna be amazing when it's done, because it's for the avatar that I use everywhere, like here on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, Discord, uh, Facebook back when I still had it. Uh, Not Instagram. Um, am I anywhere else? I don't think it's my image on Snapchat either. Anyway, it's my online image. It's on paper. It was the first thing that I did that wasn't most of the artwork that I had done before that was just anime style. It was it was the first good piece of artwork that I've done, not only not in the anime style, but not like freehand without drawing the skeleton and all that, or the wireframe or whatever you want to call it. Uh, and it took the all of the daylight hours of 3 straight days on it, and it looks amazing. But I didn't have enough resources or feel like putting in the time to get a lot of the coloring even on it. Like it would have taken a lot of the life out of my pencils to do that, especially the black, because Darkest Dungeon art has a lot of shadow to it because it's a horror game. And especially the background, like I couldn't do that. But this one, so since it's digital, all of the shading is going to be even, and there's going to be a full complete background, and the colors are going to pop a lot more, and it's going to be awesome. And I can't wait until I'm done with it. I'm probably only like uh I'd say I'm at most like a quarter of the way through with the whole entire thing, and I've been working on it for several days now. I don't want to give too much away to people other than the 4 people that I've shown it to. But I will say that I'm trying to do my work to make it fairly distinct from strictly the Darkest Dungeon art style with the Pokemon features. Cause like the first one, I had never really uh intended to use it for anything. I was just having a bit of fun because I'd always, of course, the reason that I chose it for my avatar was because that was my favorite hero in Darkest Dungeon, which is my favorite game now. It used to be Dark Souls. Was my favorite, like, just general game. And then Europa Universalis 4 was my favorite strictly computer game, and then Darkest Dungeon came out, and it became my favorite, and then Hollow Knight came out, and it became close second. But so yeah, I never intended it to be anything, but I had always named the character in the game after myself because it was my favorite hero, and I named my sister's favorite hero, which is the Hellion, after her. And I don't know if she ever named her Hellion after herself, but she would name the bounty hunter after me. So I was like, I wonder if I can mix Raikou with the bounty hunter well enough to make it look nice. And I had wanted to try some freeform, so I did that. And I put all of my effort into it. Because I also just, wanted to work out my artistic muscle. It was about around the time that I last fished whenever I did this. Around 2 years ago. Well, probably about like 3 years ago at this point. But anyway, I want to not have my image be as close to that art style as it is, because like I'm sure they wouldn't mind, because it is kind of distinguished enough, I believe. I don't know if I don't even, you know what, it's been a while since I've caught something. I'm gonna catch you and keep you. The weather forecast changed on me. So let me see if I can. Okay. No, you're just a bit worse, actually. You're not walleye or better. You are more experienced, though. Or maybe if. No, because if there's that much difference between these and just one experience difference, it wouldn't. Okay. You are slightly more experienced, but slightly worse money. So that's. Anyway. I don't know if Pokemon, uh, Pokemon Nintendo Game Freak, whoever, what actual company like owns the likeness to Raikou. If they would matter, I don't know if like mixing the two and having the elements of each one that are that just be almost exactly those likenesses themselves. if just the act of mixing them is enough to legally make it like not infringement, you know? So now that I'm having a bit more structure and it's working out, and I'm gonna try to start up live stream and all that, and I've gotten quite a bit of actual people like watching on YouTube and stuff. I am just constantly missing these strikes while I'm talking. Yeah, so I've got some people that watch some of the series. Every every day. Not many at all, but it starts somewhere, and if you keep doing it for long enough, eventually you'll get some sort of good numbers, right? Like hopefully, because that's what the algorithm is supposed to do. So I didn't want I wanted to try to make sure that I have something that's different enough way before any of that happens. That's why I'm trying to get it done like sometime this month. I should be able to do if I keep working at the pace that I have now. I thought it was gonna be like a week, but I think it's been a week or very close to it already since I started. So that's probably not gonna happen. But 2 3 weeks, something like that. Because I've already started the 25% that I have of it. I've gotten all the way to the colors and the shadow bits of it just because I wanted to be like I wanted to see close around the finished product of that area. I'm telling you right now, it is looking fire. It is going to be without a doubt in my mind best thing that I've done yet. It might be the best thing that I'll be able to do for a while. But I also want to I also want to try to start working on maybe drawing my own like stream overlay. I don't know what that would be comprised of yet. And that one would probably take like 2 or 3 times as long as what this is gonna be, because it would be like a scene of something. And this is just like the one character. Alright. You know what I want to do? I want to head back to shore. So I can toss out some of these other rods. There's a line on that one. Is wearing thin. And I'm gonna head to the restroom again. I just threw away my phone, guys. No. Oh. So as I was picking it up, my Google Assistant came on because I did the little touch control for that, and the thing that it suggested was try saying something like, remind me to take out the trash. But yeah, I was trying to set it down and it just fell out of my hand. Oh, that's right, I wanted to. Bruh. Please? There we go. Want to get a bit more light going on in here. I need to say a Twitch joke to my friend here. Classic. You won't get it. But that'll make it funnier. You had to buy it at the same time, didn't you? Oh my god. Please don't go. Come here. Oh. That was close. You scared me. Okay. Gotta juggle. Oh no, we failed the two fish tango. No. I'm mad. I'm usually good at that. I knew I should have just reeled that match in a little bit more. Got it down to like 15 meters or something. So mad. I need to first of all turn you down and then go ooh. Oh, got one. Um Very excellent. Ho ho ho. I think that's the most that I've gotten it over the keep net total. It's nearly 6,000 on this lake. Love it. Alright. Yeah, whoa. Alright, cool. Another marker buoy that I never use. 24,000. The number. Ah, knee? Hello? I hate when it feels like a very angry bug biting you, and there's like absolutely nothing. I think that's like a nerve dying or something, and then it like gets replaced the next day. But man, it's just terrible. It's like an excruciating amount of pain in like a single pore. Sorry, I'm pulling up my socks. I need to tell my mother. That I appear to need one more pack of cigarettes for the week. How many more? I've only used half of these? Okay. I'm getting pretty up there on the... What is it, Baitcoin? What is this called? Yeah, it is Bitcoin. Dude, what can you buy with Bitcoin? Besides, so you can't, this stuff you can only buy with actual money, right? That's only 17,000. So yeah, you can buy stuff in here for it. Um, like this kind of stuff. I could go for a tackle upgrade. Hmm. I still want a hodl for now, I believe, but I should probably buy something with them soon. Just to get some benefit out of them. But I kinda want to save them up until I can get something that's gonna be super useful later, like in one of these unlimited licenses for a good location or something like that. But I'm gonna do more of this tomorrow. I want to get back into it. Harder and start doing it on streams more so I can start pushing it to YouTube because it's, I promise, YouTube on my huh. A one of my friends, one of my newest friends that uh Oh no. Why? I'm frozen. So I'm maybe forced to leave anyway, because it's just not letting me do anything. But yeah, I had promised YouTube that I was going to fill all of the schedule slots. And I had planned to, but I had also planned to stream it sooner, but it took a little while to get the backlog established. Then I wanted to, because I had the problem with sleeping and all that, but so now I've got 2 days of it. I'll come back tomorrow because I want to do Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And push the VODs over for the slot, because as you can see, I've played it quite a bit. I haven't really gotten far for how much experience I've gotten. Because I've been spending the money on upgrades and not having enough to get to some of the later locations, because it's designed like that. You gotta either pay real money or grind up, which is that's the game for the model for a lot of games. I don't mind it. It's fun to grind in this. I love to just chill out. So it's gonna be going up for the chill game. So I'm glad that I was able to get this worked out. But I do want to do some other stuff right now. Some stuff that I haven't done in a bit.